Good morning, everybody. It's our second video of the new year. A couple minutes after the first one was done, I just decided to talk a little bit about our expanded universe. At SVG Coop, we created a Prince and More line. We initially started off on Etsy with our digital store. And our digital store had some great information in it and great stuff in it. Okay, so let me go and visit that store for a second for you, if you don't know it already. So here's the store. Just cancel this out here. SVG Coop. We started off this store a year and 3 months ago. My wife did, and she made a great store. She had a couple items in it. And over time, she started adding more and more items to it. She has 767 items in the store. Right now, we're doing a small sale in it for $5. Get minimum order of $5, get you 20% off. We have a customer appreciation sale going on as well. But that's not what we want to talk about right now. So she started off, and she had, I want to say, 50 or so items, maybe even 20 or so items when she started, September of 2016. And then she started adding things, but she really wasn't adding them that quickly. Okay, I just pulled up this spreadsheet, just popped up for your view just now. Basically, I want to show something to you. She had 50 listings here in September 16, right? And she had a very low conversion rate. She only had 5 orders. Then in October, she ended up adding 20 new listings right here. Next, and then etc. So she had 178 orders that second month, but that's because she put her subscription program that was actually on her own website. She moved her over to Etsy. So October is kind of an anomaly. It was a one-time thing, annual subscription for a year, and she now does that all throughout her SVG Coop site. So moving to November, she added 6 more listings. Then she added 25 more listings. And then notice, her number of orders is going from, so you go from 5, skip the 178, it's like 5 for October, to 24 in November, 18 in December. Look how many active listings she has, 101. Then she has 131 active listings, 68. 64 sales, 51 sales, 31 sales. Not a lot of active marketing here, just some. And we have April, 178 items. I kind of took over and started helping her with marketing in July. And she also started to add more listings quicker. Not in June, see, only 1 listing, but in July. The previous months, it took her 5 months to add 61 listings. Now in just 1 month she added 72 listings. Okay, that's actually key. Having more listings and jumping up that much has a lot of activity on your store, and Etsy sees it as that you have a lot of new things and they want to tell people about it. That's one point that I want to make here. And then look at how her listing views went from 825 on 192 listings to 3,424 on 264 listings. We started marketing in July. We put a compelling offer out in her store in July as well. We started renewing more listings. Renewing listings is an important feature of Etsy. It takes an older listing and renews it and bumps it up in the order for when customers view certain tagged listings on the homepage of Etsy. If you've renewed your item, it comes up earlier in the search results for the customers. This is how many visits we had in July, 1,745. Note the month before was about a third. So visitors jumped up 3 times in July. We had 106 orders. That was nice, from 39 the month before. Our conversion to visits was 6.1% in June on that small volume, and it was still 6.1% in July. That's important because when you're adding more items, you want it to convert at a good level. And if you slip a little bit in conversion, that's okay. because you're adding more items. And if you're getting more visits, that's fantastic, because you're going to see sometimes that, you know, your visits will get a little less productive. We have a nice, strong conversion rate in our Etsy shop, though. So as I noted before, just a minute ago, though, as you get more visits, so in August we had 5,300 visits, and we added 355. We had 355 active listings, and 91 new listings were added. But we had 156 orders, so that's fantastic as well. But our conversion rate dropped. So we you know, but that happens sometimes. Your conversion rates will drop. We didn't have any sales that month. We actually opened another store, and the other store had sales and did really well. Then back in September of 17, we ended up bringing back our conversion rate to 5.8%, which is a really good number, a good high number as well. June and July were the highest numbers, except for February of last year. We went down a little bit in listing views, but that's okay. Visits went down slightly in September as well. It's back to school. People are, you know, you think you'd be having more listings viewed, but we had less listing views. I think we basically fixed some of our tags and got more relevant and more appropriate listing views. So we had more, less of the bad listing views and less of the people who were just looky-loos. Thus, our conversion rate went up and totally improved our order rate to 184 now. So that's important too. If you see your conversion rate is going up and you're getting a little less volume, that's okay. As long as you have a growth in your order volume, and we did. So again, June was 39 orders, and all the other months there was only 64 and a 68 order month in January and February. So July was a great month in terms of orders, 106. August was 156. September was 184 orders. October was 242 orders. November was 299 orders. December was 368 orders. That's really, really important. This is how many single units we sold as of this time, 2,265. And notice the visits are going up. The listing views are going up. The reason I track listing views is, you know, and visits also, is because I'm trying to distinguish something here. We had people who were visiting our store and visiting, you know, items in the store and looking at them, 6,427 of them in the month of December, and 368 people bought at a 5.7% conversion. That's phenomenal. And we had, you know, 9,259 listing views. You want to see people go to more listings than just come in, pop into your store, and leave right away. So in this case, we had 6,400 people visit the store, and they visited on average 1.44 items in our store during that visit. You want that number to go up because you want people to start saying, oh, I'm looking at more things and more likely to buy multiple items. So in December, you know, we did well. So the point of the matter is, what I'm trying to share here is, you know, this growth was happening at the same time we were launching a new store. This is our old store. So we kept focused on the old store, and we saw the old store increase volumes, but we saw an opportunity here to not just continue with the old store, but to branch off and create a new store that had more items in it. So initially, this is our old store, SVG Coupe. We have 767 items in it, and we added things like fan art. These are digital fan arts, and then we added a fan art prints section. So we print this out for you, ship it to you, and we had a Christmas and holiday print section, and we still had the Christmas digital section. We had a print and ship artwork section. A lot of my wife's work as an artist here, where she creates stuff and quotes and beautiful things, and social awareness prints. So this is all good, but we noticed that some of our customers were getting a little confused. And some people who were buying digital products didn't understand what the difference were in these. So we had to clean up the shop a little bit and make sure customers knew exactly what was going on. So see, that's what happened here. And but we still had good conversion rates, 5.7%. We still had good order volume, 368 orders. We still had good a lot of listings here. But we said, let's move some of these listings to a new store. So we started a new store, Prints and More by ATS. It has 206 sales on it, and we created this store so it could focus only on print items and items that are shipped to you, personalized gifts. And here we have some beautiful artwork or quotes that my wife has produced herself, fan art, personalization on items. That's not our anniversary date, but that's our names, Robin and Greg. And you can personalize this item for you and your husband, you and your significant other, you and your other special person, you and a loved one. And we'll put that onto a personalized print for you and ship it to you. So we created this store so we saw that we had made I think 50 print orders in the month of December, and we're like, well, let's create a store that will just showcase prints for customers, and have this new store created, which will help customers, basically go to the right store for the right things. So we think this is a good natural step for us, because now it has 206 sales. And we think it's a natural extension for you to create extra Etsy shops and migrate from one shop to another shop, keep the old shop open, but add complementary shops if you're going after a different target audience. Because this allows us to have promoted listings just to this store and promoted listings that will just help this new customer base. So just wanted to share that information with you. Hope this was helpful. And if you have comments on this, please share below. And certainly let me know if you have any suggestion for future videos. Thank you.